Spam commented on my recorded live being like, does the sound work eventually? And it's like, do you guys not know how like things work actively? It was just very funny. Like, it's called mute. Mutes happen, mutes occur, they're a thing. Don't freak out. No reason to freak out. Everything's okay. Blah, 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 blah. Also, guys, this is probably going to be short. I'm not going to stay up here long. I just wanted to come say hi for a little bit. Make sure y'all knew I was still alive, still made it here. We made it back. We made it back from vacation. We made it back. I know you guys were probably saying hi. I'm not staying on long. I just want to say hi for a little bit. So let's see. Everything's up and running. Everything's up and running. Guys, I'm still here. Doing a couple of things. Pressing buttons. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I didn't have that on. Haha. That would probably be helpful. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I know it was ages since my last stream, like my stream. That's very true. What's up, Lala? You are first. I already said this again to the tubes, but I'm gonna say it again for the Tiki Talkers as they come in. Bishop, thank you for gifting out subs. Thank you so much. Over on Tiki Talks, I'm not gonna stay on long, maybe 30 minutes. I just got done with a whole other thing. That's weird. Oh man. But yeah, BMC, Luca, 411, No Name, Joey, Ryu. Joey, actually, yes, if you could. For a moment, I'd appreciate that. And you'll probably see why I said it when you look at the chat. I don't know. Hi Moose, hey Lala. I love you guys so much. Your wife likes to push buttons too. Cool. Who else did New York Mets, hello. Guys, again, I'm not gonna stay on too long. Awesome, Michael. That's cool. I hope Australia's weather is good. That'd be pretty cool. Man, guys, I'm tired. I don't know if y'all saw, but oh, thank you for the cheer. Where is that at? Hold on. Hold on. This thing is like being slow and stuff. Welcome back from Phantom. Oh, you're trying to gift 100 subs, Bishop? That's crazy. Like, and pretty cool. You got it. Right on cue, Joey. That was awesome. Thank you. Potato, I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, so thanks Matt. Hey Matt. I was co-hosting for a bit. Well, I say for a bit, for the whole time. I was co-hosting for the last 2 hours. Decided to pop over here. This is probably only gonna be like 30 minutes because I'm not trying to do much. And also I don't want to totally like take away from you know who's live. We'll just say that. So we're just gonna chit chat for a little bit. Say I came back. Hello, I came back, guys. We might take a caller or two if anybody calls in. We'll find out. And yeah, no raised blood pressure. That would be cool. Actually, they never raise my blood pressure, so that's a laugh from the start. Guys, as you are coming in over on TikTok, be sure to double tap that screen and send in your daily heart me. Ooh, Voldemort has alive. Yes. Yes, he does. Thou who shall not be named. What's this I'm hearing about claimed? I can't put that on my screen because TikTok is sensitive, but that was a funny comment. Shush. That was a funny comment. I didn't tell you I was going on vacation. I guess I failed as a boss. Oh well. Bossery failed. Oh. I forgot I turned on the living room light and didn't close the door. Hey, everybody. Guys, I am tired. Is anybody else tired? I'm tired. Are we all tired? I'm tired here. Thank you for the heart, me. Oh, man. There is no tea. What would the tea be? Oh, it was somebody made a comment about the emails that were released and specifically from the brother asking to have Steve Bannon see if he's got that Putin picture from Putin saying you went on vacation with it. Naquan cannot be trusted in general, Manny. Like, it's the Democrats' fault. Y'all say the silliest shit, I swear. I wish I had the ability to put up TikTok comments because that shit's funny. I don't know. I really don't know. Boop. No, Chris, I just took a short little vacay. Ooh, we've collected all of the level 1 emotes. Oh, what's this? Those look like fun. I don't know what those are. Those look like fun. Let's see. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Yeah, I saw that coming. Yeah, it was pretty good, Manny. It was great, actually. We had a lot of fun. Not looking forward to coming back to the freaking spam callers again. Guys, if I had enough, I would have a screener, but I don't. Like, that costs a lot of money to do, and it's not physically secure to do so. It definitely is a cup of joe. A cup of joe. Would you be, Megan? Would you be? Oh, yeah, but here, we'll put this one up real quick. Bishop saying, Voldemort has a life? Yes. Yes, he does. Somewhere. You know, probably in hell or something. Oh, Mnemonic Nemesis is currently on a 25 stream streak. That's pretty fucking awesome. You're taking a break? Okay. Okay, Lala. Oh, Chris, you changed your profile picture again. For all the retired pennies. Oh, yeah. Can I not say anymore? Like, does that make sense? When the United States deals in 1 cent currency, should I not say anymore that my, the heart me's cost a penny? All right, guys, this is the last caller, so hold on. You just want to get it all out? Get it all out, buddy. Yep. Does that make you feel good? Does it make you feel good to say all of that? I think the reason why you keep doing this is because it gives you like butterfly feelings inside or something. You know, that's odd too. Why would being hateful like make you feel something down yonder? It's a slur and it shouldn't be used. Oh, is it wrong for me to get upset on behalf of other people? Why do I care about humanity in general and the fact that slurs should not be used in any case? I think it's weird that you wouldn't be able to like humanity in general or care about the fact that words have meaning and therefore it is harmful. Oh, so that makes it okay. No, I mean, I told you to get it all out earlier, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Is it all out now? Okay, get it all out. Why? I haven't even blocked this one. Oh, okay. Does it hurt your feelings? Okay, I don't really care. All right. Deuces. Bye. Guys, there's a reason why I muted it, okay? Yes, exactly, Flaker. Exactly, Flaker got it. Caller is most likely muted intentionally for being a troll. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure, like, why? What will I pay for people's thoughts now? 2 pennies apparently. Well, no, we're not. I guess a nickel? A nickel for your thoughts? A nickel for your thoughts? Dude was like, I'll just make a new number now. Okay, why? I didn't even block the old one. Because that's, for people that wonder why, like, why don't you block their numbers? Like, they just make another one. They literally just make a new one every time. But hey guys, if you're new over here on any of the platforms that we're on, be sure to hit that follow button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you are over on TikTok, you have 2 accounts to follow. You have me, and then you have my alt account right down there in case the main account ever gets taken down. If you are not following the alternate account, be sure to hit that follow button. I wouldn't lose my main account, by the way. It would just be temporarily suspended from live access because TikTok is a big child. Crystal, I was co-hosting on the tubes with Jimmy Snow. The nickel is on the chopping block now too. It also costs more than it's worth. Oh, that makes sense. Where's my mouse? Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello, how are you?
Doing well. What country are you calling in from?
I am from Israel.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that Google Voice was available to call into a US number.
No, I am not calling from Google Voice. I actually I need to pay a lot of money for every minute I'm talking with you because I'm calling from Israel to you.
I'll save you some money, buddy. No, I was trying to say, and I don't think he understood that. He didn't understand what I was saying is that I didn't realize that Google Voice allowed calls from Yisrael. And for everybody that gets mad at me for pronouncing it Israel, and then there's somebody that said he was from Israel calls in and said it the same way. Yeah, I'll save him money. I don't want to, like, dude, I don't, like, y'all got your own shit going on in Israel. Like, I don't want to, I don't want you to spend your money like that. Broski. Yeah, I know. That was actually a pretty good one. Listen, if it comes in from a plus number, I know it's from an international caller. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes,
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 23.
23. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No.
All right. Did you ever support him?
um, briefly, but then I just realized, that it's just not very good. I also have changed completely over to, well, I'm not Democratic, but like I like to say I'm independent.
I also just wanted to call in to keep up the good work. I've been seeing your lives popping up, and I think you're doing really good spreading, you know, good values and stuff
Oh, thank you.
and the truth. Yeah.
All right. Well, I
So
appreciate that, man, and I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday.
I will. Thank you.
Of course. Bye.
Bye.
Inflation, make it a quarter. Yeah, that's true. Even the Dollar Tree had to increase their prices. And if you guys didn't know this, Dollar Tree is increasing their prices again. Thank you, CJ. I can't remember how much they're increasing it to. That's a good one, Catalyst. You don't have to touch a hot stove to know it's hot. Why would you fall for his lies? That's a good one. 6-7. I hope I said that slow enough. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 36.
36. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And what has Donald Trump done in his 10 months in office that has earned your continued support?
I'm cutting out a little bit there.
Yeah, you are cutting out.
Oh, yeah. It might be my, yeah. Something about 10 months. What has he done great? Everything. I believe the jobs are up. The immigrants are out. Everything's going great. It's the way it should be.
Mm.
And what is your opinion on Donald Trump? What are you a Kamala Harris supporter? Is that your opinion, or
Who?
Kamala Harris? Are you a Kamala Harris supporter?
Don't know who that is.
You don't know who Kamala Harris is?
Nah.
I can see that. Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, great live stream. Have a good one, dear.
Okay, bye. Yeah, I know he had an echo. That was just so ridiculous. Basically, Rory. Yeah, that's where I was going at. Like, yeah, Lala says delivered the L to himself personally. Yeah, I can agree with that one. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I
How
need
old are
to
you?
talk to you. You were pushing my kid outside the school. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The kids all caught it on their phones. Did you think I wouldn't be able to find your number? Let me tell you something, pal. No one messes with Junior. You want to mess with my kid? You're gonna mess with me. You're the queen of denial. You're dealing with a war veteran here.
Okay, buddy. I yeah, it sounds like he needs to quit the cigarettes. That's yeah, that's an adult calling. That's like I don't know what that was. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah, what country are you calling in from?
I'm actually calling from Ireland.
Ireland? Oh, okay. Why?
Yeah, I just seen your stream, and I just wondered what's happening, what's going on.
I don't know. I'm asking that about American politics every day.
Yeah, I think it's funny from an outside perspective, watching the madness happen over there on both sides.
How do you like your new? I know that it's not like an official. It's more of like a spear, like a figurehead position. But how do you like the lady that just got elected in Ireland?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's more of a figurehead position,
Mm-hmm.
but they do have a lot of cultural and political sway. Ireland's is different. We've already had 2 female presidents. So for us, it's not really a big deal. It's really what they represent culturally, that's kind of been always the bigger swing.
Yeah, and she doesn't like Donald Trump.
No, and look, I mean, look, a lot of the world doesn't. At the same time, I think they're also probably caught in the hysteria of everything. I mean, if you were to look at Donald Trump objectively, I'm sure there's massive pros and massive cons at the same time, you know? I think,
I'd
well,
just say there's
objectively,
a
the
lot of
world.
cons myself.
Yeah.
Not many
Well,
pros in regards to him. He's definitely the con.
I think,
Ouch.
yeah, I think the the ground roots movement that I suppose tried to start it, if you look at like maybe the Ron Paul movement, probably got derailed, you know, for more the more extreme right wingers at the time. But you can kind of see now that even they're kind of starting to wake up about kind of what's happening. But look, it's probably a lot more complicated than the media is making it out to be. You know what I mean? Probably on both sides. I think everyone's kind of starting to realize that they've been duped on both sides, left and right, and
Oh, so duped.
that's why you guys need a third party.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
No.
Unfortunately.
But again, you know, it's probably just going to happen at the local level. That's probably where all the impact is really going to
That's
happen.
where it has to happen at. That's where it's got to start, is at the local level. It can't start on the national level, which is why fucking, I ain't gonna lie. That's why Jill
probably the-
Stein is a whole ass joke.
It's probably the beauty of the United States, you know. People, there's that famous saying that people vote with their feet. And I think when someone's sick of a particular state's policy, they'll just move to a state that is more in line with what they want, you know. And that's probably the beauty of the American system, is that you can vote with your feet. Unlike, you know, in Ireland, you know, I can't really. Well, technically, I can go to Northern Ireland, and it's funny, like, you know, if you look at things politically, even over here, like when they raise prices in certain things or tax certain things, in Ireland they'll vote with their feet. They'll probably go to Northern Ireland to get like cheaper gas or stuff like that. So I've always find it more interesting to see how, instead of where people vote, but where people vote with their feet in regards to where to move. But anyway,
Thank you, Moose.
it's nearly 1 a.m. here. I seen the stream when I was flicking through my shorts, and I said, why not give it a call?
All right. Definitely
yeah.
go back to sleep, my guy. That's, I know I don't like to be up at 1 a.m. on a Tuesday night.
Hey, best thoughts happen tonight.
All
Good
right.
night, guys.
Thanks, man. Thank you, Baked Chips, for all the jewels. Thank you for calling this. Okay. I'd love to talk to American Trump supporters if they still exist. You know, we got a little bit of time left. Why be up at 1 a.m. when I struggle to be up at 1 p.m.? That's pretty funny. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Thank you for calling. I'd love to talk to
Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a child. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? That was weird. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. How old are you?
62.
62. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
What has Donald Trump done in his 10 months in office that has earned your continued support?
He started to deal with other countries in trade, you know, and put a smackdown on some of them. Some of them, you know, the economy will continue to get better. He will also change the Fed chairman, which will lower interest rates, which is better for the economy. You will see the economy start to take off probably early summer next year. Takes a while for things to kick in.
Cool. What trade deals? Thank you, City
Just
Witchcraft.
in
Thank you for
general.
the level ship.
What's that?
Oh, I wasn't talking to you.
Oh,
I doubt your name is City. That's a
oh, I
username.
didn't hear what you said.
All
But,
right.
you know, the economy is starting to gradually improve. You're dealing with 4 years of total ineptness. We're reducing regulations on multiple industries, which that in itself will kick in to lowering inflation and making a better economy.
What happened the last time the housing market faced deregulation?
Wasn't the housing market faced deregulation? It was that you removed the Glass-Steagall, you know, in the loan part of mortgages. I didn't say that you necessarily want to majorly change that, but you need to lower the interest rates.
That's not even what I was referring to.
Okay, what were you referring to then? Be more specific.
Yeah, so the last time that the housing market underwent deregulation, which of course we know that only occurred under Trump, we started going into a housing shortage because corporations started buying up all of the houses to flip them and put them back out on the market just for rent.
You have a housing shortage not because of that, because you have imported
I'm
30,
sorry, no,
40
we have
million people into the
oh,
country.
30 or 40
And
million people. Where can I find proof that 30 or 40 million people came in over what time frame am I looking at?
you're not going to find absolute proof of it because they're not documented. If they were documented when
Oh,
people came in, then you could find the proof.
so
But
where
if
can
you
I
look
find these
around,
numbers that you're talking about, though?
basically of the amount of illegals that are in the country, you have every bit of
By
that
the
many
amount of
illegal.
illegals that are in the country, where can I find an estimate of that number?
The same places as you find good numbers for the Chinese government. You don't. You don't
You
have
just don't?
numbers on illegals.
So where did you
There's
get
nobody that's
your
able to.
where
They
did you
wouldn't be undocumented if they were documented. They don't. The documents don't exist. You have people in an underground economy that come into this country and do that. And when you add that many people in a quick period of time, over the Obama and the Biden period of time, there was well over 20 million people brought in.
Oh,
into
they were
this
brought
country.
in now? Who brought them in? Thank you.
Whatever way you want to say it, brought in. They didn't exist in this country before that.
They
When
didn't
you increase
exist.
the demand side of housing faster than you increase
What do you
the
need in order
supply,
to purchase a home?
you're what's that?
What do you need in order to purchase a home?
Money or credit?
Credit. How are illegal immigrants getting a credit score?
You don't necessarily have to have a credit score.
What do you need in order to have a credit score?
I suppose you're trying to say a social security number.
Or an ITIN?
Yeah.
Or an EIN?
But you don't have to have that. You don't have to have a credit score to be able to borrow money.
Who are they borrowing money from then?
either other people they know, people from their home countries.
They're gonna be able to
Also,
borrow
you-
$160,000 in cash in order to purchase a home?
most of them aren't buying homes; they're renting.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. When was the last time you filled out a rental application for even an apartment? Not even just a house.
At least 30 years ago.
At least 30 years ago. Okay.
Yep. I don't
Are
rent.
you
I
not
own.
aware that rental applications require a credit check?
Not all do.
Okay, so you're talking about the 1%. You're saying that out of that all of these 30, 40 million illegal immigrants are finding the 1% of people that are renting without doing a credit check.
Or they get somebody else to rent it for them, and they sub-rent it.
And that's
There's all
called
kinds of ways
subletting, which still
around it.
requires paperwork and a policy that's determined by the landlords.
Yeah, there's a lot of landlords that aren't necessarily going to do that. That'll take the money from them without going that
Oh,
route.
there's just a lot of them.
There's a fair amount, yes.
Fair
There's
amount.
a fair amount of ones that do, and there's other ones that absolutely won't, especially the more corporate
Gotcha.
type ones aren't going to do that.
The more corporate types one. So that circles back into what I was saying, right? Is so deregulation of the housing market under the first Trump administration actually allowed corporations to start buying up houses and apartment buildings en masse in order to turn them around and re-rent them to individuals, not allowing, but cutting out the ability for first-time home buyers to buy a home
That
because
was going to happen
corporations
regardless
can
of who was president. That
not with the
basically
regulation of the housing market.
basically all of your funds decided they were going to park money into housing because they could make money off of it. That was going to happen regardless of the regulations. You can't stop people from buying real estate.
That's not even what it was about, sir.
Yeah,
6, 7. Sorry.
it has absolutely nothing to do with that. What do you want? Everything regulated to the hill?
No, but regulation that didn't allow for corporations to bid within the first several number of days of a house being on the market certainly helped individuals that were looking to buy their home.
And so you don't believe in a free market then?
Not in that way, no. I'm sorry.
So
Do you think it's fair that a corporation that, let's say, their CEO makes,
You're awesome.
and this is going to be a low ball, but $500,000, right? Corporation, their CEO makes $500,000. They routinely overbid on houses. And individuals that just want to take the most equity out of their home. So they have let's just say a $250,000 home on the market, and a corporation's like, yeah, we'll overbid this by 50,000. We'll offer them 300,000. But John and Jill can only afford to bid 10,000 over, so they can only offer 260. And
Well-
then James and Mary also only could do 265. You think that's fair?
If you control the market, then you're going
That's
to
not
have
controlling
less
the
supply.
market. No, that's not controlling the
If you
market.
try
That's
to
regulating
restrict
it.
the price that somebody
That's
can
called,
pay for
that's
something,
not
you
even what we're
create
doing.
shortages.
We're not even trying to restrict what they can offer. Are you listening?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You
So
have
let's
a
try
problem
this
with
again.
somebody
So when
paying,
there was a
with
regulation
overpaying
that
for
used to
something.
be in place that housing companies, like corporations, could not bid on homes until they've been on the market for a certain number of days. right? And that's a regulation that used to be in place, and you're okay with it being taken away, right? That means that now corporations are bidding from day one alongside private buyers who can't bid as much as a corporation can because corporations have larger buying power. You're
Okay.
saying that that's just totally fair, and that's how it should be done.
Well, let's approach it from a slightly different point of view.
No, I just want
Does
you to
the-
answer my question.
Does the realtor have a fiduciary
I just want you to answer my question.
The regulation can be subverted.
I just want you to answer my question.
What is your question?
Okay. So do you think it's fair that corporations that have more capital and are able to put out more money are able to bid from day one of a house being on a market, cutting out individual buyers?
The point that I'm making on that is,
Gotcha. So you're not answering my question.
no, I'm going to answer your question, but I'm trying to point out it doesn't matter because
It doesn't
you can
matter.
subvert what is happening.
We can just subvert the fact that corporations are outbidding private buyers. And then
No,
what corporations are also doing is putting up
It-
those homes on like places like Airbnb and Vrbo, because people don't realize that we actually have a shit ton of vacant homes. The problem with all of those vacant homes is that about 30% of them are listed as vacant, but they're being re-rented on Airbnb, Vrbo, and places like that.
that's
We
a
actually
different
have
issue.
we
and
actually
that
have a
should be
bunch of
addressed.
we actually oh wait, so you want to regulate individuals that want to rent out their summer
No,
home, but you don't want to regulate
wait a minute.
corporations
We've
from
accepted zoning laws,
purchasing.
right?
No, I just sorry, that's not
Well,
the same
that's a
thing.
zoning issue to stop somebody from
Vacation
renting
homes
out
are
a
not
house.
a zoning issue. I don't
What's that?
understand where you're even going with that. Vacationing is not a zoning issue.
Well,
But
if
I just
you-
want to
if
be
you quit
clear. You
cutting
want
me off, I would
regulations.
explain exactly
You
what
want
I'm trying to tell you.
regulations. You want regulations on individuals from that could rent out their vacation homes. But you
No,
don't want
I said
regulations
if
on
you find that
corporations
that
that are constantly outbidding individual private citizens. Got it.
if we're going to accept the fact that we're going to have zoning laws, and you don't want regular housing
Why do you
market,
simp for corporations?
what's that?
Why are you simping for corporations?
I'm not.
Well, then why do you only want regulations to be on private individuals?
The regulation wouldn't be only on private individuals. It would be on anybody that owned that property.
Oh,
Let's do away with
okay.
zoning laws then. If we do away with zoning laws, then it's a free-for-all.
Okay, but why don't you have any issue, or why did you take issue with corporations being regulated and being unable to bid within, let's say, 90 days of a new house being on the market?
What? You didn't let me answer that. You kept
No,
wanting.
I actually asked you to answer that question multiple times, and you went down a diatribe. First, you tried to ask me a different question, and then you were giving like your own hypothetical in order to try to answer
I
my
said
question,
you
which
can
is not
subvert that.
directly answering a question. Hey, what I heard this today. I'm just curious. What's your favorite flavor of car?
Cars aren't a flavor.
Oh, so
If
you
you're talking
are
about models.
able to answer a question directly. Got it.
What you're not listening to is the fact, okay, if you hold off a corporation from being able to bid on it for however many days, whatever amount you want to set, the realtor has a fiduciary obligation to the owner. If the owner is told by the realtor, yeah, we can't take any bids from this until 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever it may be, why is he going to decide to pull the trigger on the sale until after he's able to get those bids? I mean,
No,
if
I
you
don't
know
think
that
you
you're going to get an
understand that they just
additional,
weren't, I don't think you understand that they just weren't able to submit those bids. If they submitted those bids, they were outside of regulation and therefore could face civil penalties or fines. So they
no,
didn't
they
do
wait
it.
that time to submit it. The owner has to hold
Are you,
if he wants to take that additional money.
Oh, so what you're telling me is that you are okay with realtors telling private buyers when a regulation did exist that corporations couldn't submit a bid within the first 90 days of a home being on the market, being like, hey, Mr. Brown, I know you want the most money out of this, so I'm going to suggest that you wait until day 91 when large corporations like BlackRock, or sorry, I can't remember the name of it exactly, but large corporations like Stanley Homes can bid for your house for them to turn around and just rent it to people. Is that what you want?
If
Like
you look at the time
that's what you're
value of
saying is
money,
that, I just want to be clear, you're saying that a realtor should suggest to the private sellers to wait until the 91st day before reviewing any bids on their house for sale.
no, the
BlackRock
realtor
and
needs to
Vanguard, thank you.
present the owner with his options. And if your option to wait 91 days is going to be far more profitable than taking the sale right now, wouldn't most people do that?
Gotcha. No, it just depends on other people. Like,
It
depends on
depends
certain
on your
people.
situation. If you don't have to fire sale the place, you can wait 91 days and you're going to get an additional 20, 30,000 or get a bidding war to start. Why would you not do that? I mean, look at what Chinese nationals do. They park money all over the world in real estate. They go in and they overpay.
Oh, there's the other
It's
isms.
done all the time. You seem to think that
Okay.
regulation is going to stop people from things. They
Okay, so
find ways
let's
to.
try this again because I still think you're not understanding. Well, let's try this. So you want regulations on individuals, right? From being
No,
able to rent out their vacation homes
no,
or their
that's
secondary
not
homes.
what I said.
Did you not just say that we needed to regulate things like Airbnb and Verbo in those homes? Did you not say that like 5 minutes ago?
What I said was if we do not want,
You're awesome.
if we're not going to allow hotels into certain areas and that sort of thing, and we're going to let most of the private housing stock go into that,
It's not most.
well, or whatever percentage.
It's
If you want to
30% of
decrease
all
it,
known vacant homes.
what's that?
I said it's
What percent?
30% of all known vacant homes.
Okay. 30% of known vacant homes. Well,
Correct.
at some
Are
point, the
actually
market
just
corrects.
relisted on Verbo and Airbnb sites.
Well, I guess you got to decide you either want private housing stock to be short-term rentals or you don't. If you don't want that to happen, I mean, you take 40 years ago, that really didn't happen very much. Private housing stock was not rented out for short-term rentals for the most part.
No, private housing stock was repurchased for restaurants and things like that.
Well, if you really want to solve the housing problem in this country, why don't we stop with the light density and go into where you can build 30, 40-story buildings? And that you go up, you have the volume of people, you don't eat up the farmland, you don't spend the amount of money to build roads, sewer lines, run utilities. That costs a fortune. If you keep it denser and you take along main roads, you let people put up 30, 40-story buildings. It eventually
So people
happens
should
in
just
cities.
have to subvert and like take it to just living in apartments instead of being in a house.
They're typically called condos at that
I'm
level.
sorry, I
And,
don't
and
know
you
about
can build
anybody
them of
else, but
any
I don't
size.
like upstairs neighbors, nor do I like downstairs neighbors or wall neighbors. I like having a house,
Okay. Then buy a
right?
house.
So,
But there's a lot of
wow,
people
I
that
have
don't
one. That's
have
what
an
I'm
issue with
saying.
that.
Okay. No, actually, there's a lot of people in my generation, the millennial generation, actually very much want to be able to purchase a home. They're just not able to.
Because the affordability.
It's more than
And the
just
way to solve the
affordability. Again,
affordability
no, the
is
way
to
to help
allow much
affordability, I'm going to
denser
help you out with
housing.
this again. I'm going to help you out with this again. A decent way to assist with an affordability issue is to make sure that corporations aren't able to outbid individual purchase, like individuals that want to buy a home and outbid them within a set amount of time of the house being on the market, because that's the only way to make sure that individuals can actually get a home over corporations doing their thing.
Capital is always going to go to the place where it's most rewarded. And if
Oh, isn't that
somebody
funny?
is
Except we
willing
had
to pay
more
more,
people being able to purchase homes under before the prior two most recent administrations than they were under those administrations. So
that's the equivalent for home
because it was
ownership
regulated.
of rent
You're
control.
awesome.
It's
You
not
don't
rent
want to
control,
control
dude.
the market.
It's not rent
That's what
control.
Sure, it's the same equivalent of rent control.
No, it's
If
not.
you want to subvert people from being able to pay what they want for something.
No, that's not even. Oh my God.
So basically, when car dealers during
That's
COVID,
not
when there
rent
was a
control, sir. Like, let me just be
cost
very clear.
10,000
This is
over 10,
specifically about
20,000
not
over
allowing
MSRP, that wasn't
corporations to over
You're
purchase
awesome.
homes and then just resell them like at a higher rate. That's what I'm talking about. That's not price control. Price control would be a law being written and saying, hey, you, Vanguard, you can only price this home as long as it meets X, Y, and Z. So let's just say a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house cannot exceed $600,000. That is price control. Telling people, okay, or having a regulation in place that says you as a corporation cannot bid on a new home within the first 90 days is a regulation. That is not price control.
Well, any smart seller at that point is going to wait over 91 days to decide on what they're going to pay or what offers they're going to entertain and sell it to.
Some people don't have the option to wait. What about our active duty enlisted individuals that get moved and moved and moved and moved and they want to get rid of it because they can't get a new mortgage in their new town that they just got restationed to, right? Until that one's off. Do you not know how this works? Like this happens to that's 1.3 million are active duty enlisted members that can get PCS at any fucking time. And then they have to sell their home at any fucking time, right? They don't have the luxury of just waiting until 91 days.
Then cut a deal with somebody that can
Then
hold
cut
the
a deal
bank
with
for-
somebody
for
that can
that.
hold it. Wow, you're just so what you're saying is you just can't admit in any way, shape, or form that some regulations are actually good and that deregulations in some instances can be bad. Got it. I'm like, yeah, Dunning-Kruger effect, very huge on him. Like, I don't know how much he had to be like, well, they'll just somehow these active duty military members that run on a thin line of credit as it is are just going to be able to find somebody else to hold over a house that they want in their new place magically apparently for them to do that. That's it. I'm sorry. It's weird. Very odd. Let me go through some of these. Let's see. Quite a few came through. Thank you, Baked Chips, again for all the jewels. Thank you, Juan, for the 2. A Cup of Joe, thank you for the bits. Corps in private entities buying up private property may only be 1% of purchases, but 1% is too much. Hot take, only private buyers should be the only ones allowed to buy single-family homes. I would actually agree with that. I would agree with that 100% of the time. Like, they're the only ones that should be able to buy it. Exactly. I would agree with that. Thank you for the jewels, Ash. Vic, thank you for the jewels with the pumpkin pie. That's cool. Krusty, yes, I was on Jimmy Snow's live. It was fun. It was fun to me. LJ, thank you for the jewels. Herbie, thank you for the jewels. Degan says foreigners should only be allowed to own one property up to 2 acres. Don't care who gets their feelings hurt by that. That includes foreign companies. I could see that. Yeah, this guy didn't. Well, he said deregulation good, and that always piques my interest when people, especially when we go to the housing market, and basically said, just look out, guys, just sit back and wait. Donald Trump's going to make everything great. The economy is going to be booming next summer, is what that guy said, and it just triggered my tingly spidey senses, and I just wanted to do that. Thank you, Rambo, for the jewels as well. I don't know if we'll be able to get another caller, and that might be the only caller of the day. We'll find out. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 34.
34. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, kind of.
What has Donald Trump done in his 10 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, I talked to you a couple weeks ago, and we talked about tariffs. I was wondering, is there anything Donald Trump's done that you like?
In his current term?
Yeah, in this current term. Maybe his last term too. I don't know.
Yeah. So I can agree that no tax on tips and no tax on overtime is a great start. It's actually a very progressive and pretty socialist policy as well. And I think that those things were great starts. They're not expansive enough, and I would like to see it be done more of, like, or on a more broad level. So
Yeah,
those are two
I keep.
things.
I'm waiting for that no tax on overtime. I don't know when that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that was a good running campaign that he did. And hopefully that happens. But what don't you like about Trump?
I don't like that Donald Trump actively goes against articles and amendments of the United States Constitution.
Like what?
Articles 1, 2, 3, and 6.
Okay. Remind me of those.
Article 1 lays out the power of Congress. Article 2 lays out the power of the president. Legislative branch, Article 1. Executive branch, Article 2. Article 3 is the judicial branch, also known as the court system.
Okay.
And Article 6 is saying that when you are sworn in, or you are elected in, or appointed into one of these positions under the other three, like the first three articles, that you have to acknowledge, guess what? That you are part of a 3 co-equal branches of government, and you have to acknowledge and accept the powers that each of those 3 branches have. Right?
Interesting.
Donald Trump is actively going against court orders multiple times. He's circumventing Congress. Congress is the one that gets to decide who can tax people. That's actually the 16th Amendment of the United States Constitution. And Congress is the one that also gets to raise income for the country. And Donald Trump has said multiple times, many times over, about how he has, made income through tariff revenue. Revenue is income.
Right. So
And that
Congress.
violates Article 1 in Amendment 16, which is why it's being heard and argued in front of the Supreme Court.
Gotcha. That's a lot of stuff you just said, but you said Congress can, like, basically create the income. Is that what you said?
Congress is the only one that is
Okay.
able to produce income for the United States, or generate. They are the ones that have to pass laws in order to generate income. And since tariffs are being done through executive order and not being done through a legislative process, but they are still generating income.
Yeah,
Therefore, it is a violation of Article 1 in Amendment 16.
because Congress is the only branch of government that can generate income.
Yep.
for
right?
because of the United States Constitution. Yes.
Yeah, well, I think kind of like Congress has failed at almost everything they try to do, basically. Congress
Okay, that
has
really
too much
doesn't matter
power.
about that because it's still the point is that it's their power and yeah, Congress isn't doing their job. Like these are technically impeachable offenses. And they're not doing it because
Yeah,
he's actively violating articles and amendments of the United States Constitution and they're not impeaching him. So I would agree with you. Congress is ineffectual and they are not impeaching Donald Trump, which they should do.
yeah, okay. Maybe they should, maybe they shouldn't. I don't know. But
Okay.
besides the point, Congress, what does Congress do exactly? Like, what have they done? They just get reelected over and over again, and they don't actually do anything.
They actually do quite a bit. You just don't pay attention. And that's not just you. It's literally
Yeah,
the majority of the United States public does
yeah,
not pay
I
attention
agree.
to
I
what they
don't pay
do.
attention enough to Congress because,
Yeah.
yeah, because of reasons, right? They don't do
Just
a whole
because
lot.
you
What do
just
they
don't
do?
pay attention. So they write bills, they write policies, because
Okay,
they're the ones that are also the part that gives out money to the executive branch of government. I don't know if you've heard of these, but they have committees. And within those committees, they also do a bunch of hearings
yeah. What
to
is the committee?
understand.
What is a committee?
It's a group of congressmen and women
Okay, so
that get
Congress
together. A small amount
gets together.
of, yeah, it's a small amount of either the House of Representatives or the Senate that they all get
A small
together,
amount.
right? Like small amounts. So let's just say a handful. Let's say 15. We'll just give you
Like
a number.
what? 15? Okay. 15 people.
15, and they're assigned like one thing. So like the committee on gosh, I can't
Give me
remember the
something
name of it.
real. Like, let's say,
Judiciary Committee.
what the fuck does that mean? Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to swear. I know
They do
we're on YouTube.
oversight, right? So they do interviews and they do oversights of individuals that have been appointed to these positions, the ones that are not elected officials, right? And because Congress is the one that spends the money for the United States government, they get to see how they are spending that money.
Interesting. So,
Yeah.
so they get a committee together and they look at who?
Everybody, they can literally subpoena anybody to speak in front of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what Congress does. But they're really not doing anything. Aren't they supposed to pass laws? They just
They do a
literally
bunch. Again, you're just not paying
paying
attention.
Right, right.
They literally made an entire committee just for the Easteen files. Sorry, I can't say because TikTok is sensitive.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what is that like as a, I mean, obviously the Epstein files haven't been released yet. When did they make that committee?
When did
What
they
year?
make it? I don't know. I didn't look up when they started their committee for that. Sorry.
Probably a long time ago.
Sure.
Because if
Why not?
Epstein has been dead now for a long time, and nothing happened.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe the system's just flawed with the Congress.
No, you just don't know enough about it. And there's this pretty cool channel that actually live streams every single thing that Congress does every single day that they're in session. It's called
Okay.
C-SPAN. It's free to
Oh,
watch.
C-SPAN. I've heard
Yep.
that.
C-SPAN.
Gotcha. I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah. All right,
But
buddy.
I was thinking, like,
I'm good right now.
Anyways, I wasn't planning on being on long.
You're
So
awesome.
Ari, you doing this stream technically counts as childcare experience talking to these fools. That's hilarious. I love that actually. Real quick, hold on, guys, over on the other channels. Anyways, let me read through these real quick. Again, I wasn't planning on being long. It was just oh, yes, it did, Tom. I'm sorry. I had a good long weekend and I just wanted to stay calm the whole time and we did. We did calm things. Thanks, Neely. Thank you, Buck, for the jewels. Degan said the house has done nothing because Mike Grinder Johnson has had them on recess for months. Literally, they worked less than kids go to school. Like, how is that fair? Congress, like, they have a lot of time off. Congress had the House of Representatives had been out of session since September 19th. Thanks, opposition. Ari, the civics teacher, brother, it's okay to try and learn some things of this on your own. For real, they should learn things on their own. I agree with that one. Yes, they did. The Senate unanimously voted to pass it through to Trump tonight. Correct. They did. Even though it technically wasn't unanimous, they only had 99 people that were in support of it on the last article that I saw. It wasn't like official yet. Thank you, ES Caliber, for the jewels as well. Thanks for the latte. I need that. But what is a committee? I know, right, Neely? It's so funny. Okay. I'll be right back, TikTok. Don't freak out. Don't go anywhere. Hit that follow button if you are new. Oh yeah, that's one thing I haven't done today. Guys, if you're new over on YouTube, if you're new over on Twitch, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Both of those things are free to do. And after you hit those buttons, be sure to hit that bell icon so you get notified when I go live. I am going to go ahead and end it for the night. I wasn't planning on being on long, so this was just going to be a short little run. I appreciate you guys showing up for it. I'll be back on live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time, my normal time for my normal amount of time. And I hope to see everybody back then. So thank you guys so much for being here.